Like first spring practice, getting back out there today.
Feels great, all off season we just working for this one moment. It's finally here, excited to get back out there with the guys and have a lot of fun.
Couple new additions to the wide receiver room. Just how exciting is it to have that type of talent in there this year?
It's exciting, man. Chris and Camp, all those guys coming in. It's exciting. We threw around a little bit in the offseason. We all looking pretty good, so excited to have those guys for sure.
You definitely look bigger this year. I mean, did you do anything different this offseason than last year?
Oh, definitely, Coach Hilgard. We got to work. He got me right, and we just put together just like a meal plan and all that stuff. Sam, too, hooking us up with the good eats and all that. So, yeah, that was a big emphasis this year for sure, getting bigger and stronger on the field. So, yeah.
How about you personally? Did you go train with your brother in the summer, or what did you do personally to train in the off season?
Well, personally, we here all off season, but talking to my brother, he gave me a lot of stuff to do on my own and stuff like that, just to keep techniques and film room work too, and all that stuff. So all that stuff comes together, and it all helped me in a big way.
What is the difference for you, just confidence-wise, momentum, just feeling like coming into this first spring practice with what you did in the fall, and just how much better you feel like the offense, your role, all that kind of stuff?
Having a year on my belt, coming back now, it's definitely, the game slowed down a lot. So it feels good to be back and all that stuff. And yeah, the game slowed down, and that momentum coming in, yeah, it's definitely good.
What'd you learn playing last year that you know now that you didn't know last time you were thinking?
I learned a lot of things, can't put specifics on anything, but the coaches really helped me a lot in the whole process. From when I started last year to now, the coaches put a lot of work into me, and I learned a lot of things from the coaches, yeah.
We heard you had a phone call recently with Chris Godwin from the Buccaneers. How'd that come to pass, and what do he have to tell you?
No, Coach Dirk, he set the whole thing up. I appreciate him a lot for that. But yeah, we had a long conversation. I just asked him a lot of questions, as a receiver and all that stuff, and he gave me great advice, going into this spring and going into this season. But yeah, we had a long conversation. The advice he gave me is priceless. So,
what's the best piece of advice he gave you?
Best piece of advice he gave? He just told me basically to, just don't try to work on everything one day. You know what I mean? It's a process. Just stick with your process, stick with your plan, and it'll all be fine.
What's it been like having Coach Cutter in the room?
He's amazing, man. Coach Cutter, just met him when he first got in. We had a good conversation. I introduced myself. I love Coach Cutter, man. He's awesome. He's an awesome guy, and for him to set up a phone call like that for me, that meant the world. So.
You mentioned Chris. How's he kind of fitting in? And he looked pretty smooth out there today at practice. I mean, what do you think of Chris Marshall's game?
Yeah, he looks awesome. Yeah, he came in. We all got to work on the field. Just showing them little stuff like what the coaches like and all that stuff. Getting them in the game. He looks amazing, and he worked hard in the offseason too, especially in the film room. The playbook and all that stuff. He worked hard, so it's good for him.
Were you impressed with Maddox and what he's been able to accomplish since his surgery, already getting back out there making throws today?
I was super impressed. I didn't even know he was gonna be out there. When I saw him, I was like, wow. But yeah, he came a long way. Like, for him to be out there first practice, man, that's big. So
What stands out? What stands out about the way Malachi spins the ball?
Malachi, he has a great arm, He was working hard in the offseason too. We always getting out there throwing. He has a good arm. He just have to get used. It's like all of us. We got to get used. First day getting back, used to everything. So yeah.
Is there one area where you really want to improve this year, whether it's route running or 50-50 balls or anything like that? I mean, you showed your deep threat last year. What do you want to show this season?
Well, this season more kind of routes getting into the details of routes and all that stuff, and just being more, I would say, just getting like reading coverages and all that stuff, different stuff. But as a specific, I just want to get better at everything. I just want to be a better all-around receiver. I don't want to just focus on just one thing. I'm working on everything. You know, I'm trying to be the best, so just want to do whatever it takes.